are brand spanking new, and I'm gonna just tell y'all, I'm on platforms, two different platforms right here, right now, right here, right now. So just let me say that if you did not know, my name is Angel Charmaine. I am an inspirational conversationalist. I am also an authenticity coach, and I'm an author. I'm an author of 6 published works, and I just released, thank you so much. I just released my 6th published book. It is titled The Runner's Lie. It is the 3rd book in my conversational narrative series. And I thought that the book, thank you so much for the gifts. I appreciate it. I thought that it wasn't going to get here until as early as September 23rd. But y'all, it is here. It is here right now. Thank you so much for helping me reach that goal. Thank you so much, BG. And so I want to unbox this sucker with y'all right now. I want to unbox it right now with y'all. So excited. So The Runner's Lie, please, 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 if you're watching, wherever you're watching, if you will please share this out. I set a goal for myself to reach 1,000 women by December 31st with my written work, my voice on paper. And the only way for me to do that is for the people connected to me to tell other people about me. Okay. I know y'all share Miss Obama, and y'all share Cardi B, and y'all share all the people, right? Rihanna. I'm asking that y'all share Angel Charmaine. Please, please, and thank you, because it's so possible for me to reach this goal. So far, 25 of my 6 works since I debuted this, or excuse me, since I released this book on September 6th, we have 25. So I still have 975 of my written works to go by December 31st to reach that 1,000 goal. So let's get it, y'all. I'm super duper excited. I'm super duper excited. I'm super duper excited. Ah! Oh, goodness gracious, day in the morning. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so pretty. 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 Look at her. Ah, look at her. She's so pretty. OMG, she's so pretty. Oh. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. She's so pretty. So if you are brand spanking new to me, thank y'all so much for popping in. If you're brand spanking new to me, I write in what I call a conversational narrative series. I write bite-sized books. They're bite-sized. I call them bite-sized. They're not novels. They're not novellas. They're typically less than 80 pages. And I write 10 short pieces of prose in each book. And those short pieces of prose are typically surrounding a particular thought or theme. Okay, so the very first book in the conversational narrative series is Speak with Chic. Speak with Chic, One Woman, 10 Truths. It is all about self-acceptance, self-love. It is all about taking off the mask and just owning who you are, who you were created to be. That's the very first book in the series, okay? And then the second book in the series is When I Met Him. When I Met Him is all about relationships and cycles in relationships, okay? And I share 10. Each one has 10. Remember, 10, 10, 10 short pieces of prose. Speak with Chic, One Woman, 10 Truths is 10 essay style pieces. When I Met Him are 10 short stories about 10 different men that I've encountered in my life. And I share them in order to allow you to see yourself. And so When I Met Him is a book all about cycles and relationships. Okay. And then this third book in the series, this one right here, This book is all about the lies that women tell themselves. This is about the lies we tell ourselves to keep from dealing with the hard stuff in life. So this is the runner's lie: 10 lies women tell themselves to avoid life's challenges. And I'm gonna tell you, they are bite-sized, but I promise you, every single woman who has ever read my work and has gotten back to me and has shared any feedback, they all say, Angel, it's a short read, but it's so powerful. When I saw myself, I had to put it down. Like when I saw my truth, when I saw my stuff, I had to put it down so I could deal with it. So I write in these bite-sized pieces because what I'm talking about is so hardy that you're going to need a little bit of time to really deal with what you read. Okay. So I remember back in January 2018, when the Lord led me to start putting my voice on paper, I was like, Lord, my story isn't over yet. I don't think that I should be writing a memoir. Like that is, I'm only 40 at the time. I was 40 years old. And I was like, I'm only 40 and I haven't finished my story to write a memoir. Okay. So while I was taking a shower and what I call a shower revelation, I heard the Spirit of the Lord say, there's more than one way to skin a cat, Angel. You're going to write your story differently. You're going to help women differently. So instead of writing a long novel or even a novella, I decided to tell my story in bite-sized pieces because I'm still in the journey, y'all. I'm still in the journey. I have not found the answers. And so what I do as I live and learn, I share as I release. As I learn, I share it. And I allow you to see my journey while I'm in it. So instead of writing a novel, instead of writing this 200, 300, 400 page memoir, I am sharing my journey with you as I'm living the journey. So Speak with Sheep, One Woman, 10 Truths is me sharing with you, me still dealing with self-esteem issues, self-acceptance issues. And once I was able to release that, I could release the book. When I met him, it was me in the moment dealing with relationships, dealing with dating all the wrong guys, right? And why, the reasons why, all the things. And so when I was able to release those relationships, I was able to release that book. And so now the runner's lie is all about being a runner. And she's a runner, she's a track star, right? This book is all about me just running from the issues, right? If I move to another city, it'll be better. If I move to another place, if I just act like this ain't happening, things will get better. Like all the lies you tell yourself to not sit down and deal with the hard things. That's what the runner's lie is about. So here, I'm going to share with y'all the 10 lies that are in this book. This is the table of contents right here. The 10 lies that are in this book. The first lie that we tell ourselves to keep running is, I'll deal with it later. I'll deal with it later. It's a lie. You're never going to deal with it. It's just going to keep piling up and piling up and piling up until you're forced to look at it, right? Or you're forced to deal with the consequences. So the first lie is, I'll deal with it later. The second lie that I talk about in this book is, there's something better. That is a big, bold-faced lie that women tell themselves all the time to keep from dealing with the truth. There's something better. Know what you have. We got to learn to be content with. We have to learn to enjoy what it is that we have. But no, as women, we always thinking there's something better, right? The grass is always greener on the other side. So I deal with that lie in this book. There's something better. The third lie that I share in this book is, I don't have time for this. I ain't got time for this. Don't talk to me about that. I don't want to deal with this. I don't have time for this. I got so much going on in my life. I don't have time for this is a lie. You do have time. You have time. But I don't have time for this is a huge lie that we tell ourselves to keep running, to keep from dealing with what we need to deal with. The next lie that I deal with in this book is, ignore it and it'll go away. If I just don't think about it, if I just ignore this, like the Lord gonna come down out the pillar of cloud in the sky. He gonna fix it, I guess. I don't know. But if I ignore it, it's just gonna go away. It's a lie. It's a lie that will keep you stuck. All right. And I deal with it in this book. The next lie that I deal with is almost is good enough. Almost is good enough. Now, almost is good enough is not one that we will admit that we believe, but we absolutely believe it. For many of us, we're like, this is good enough. I almost got it. I almost did it. I did. It's enough. It's enough. We tell ourselves almost is enough. And you know what? No, sometimes good is the enemy of best. Sometimes good is the enemy of best. And so we deal with that. I address that lie in this book. I'm okay is a lie that keeps us from dealing with the truth. I'm okay. I know you said, I'm okay. How you doing today? I'm good. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm okay is a lie. It's a lie. It is okay to not be okay. It is okay to say that I'm not okay. Okay is a runner's lie. It is something we tell ourselves just to keep on going. I'm okay is a lie straight from the pits of hell. And women, we sit in that lie all the time, but I address it in this book, The Runner's Lie. The next lie that I deal with is I don't need anyone. I don't need anyone is a lie. It's a lie straight from the pits of hell. I don't need anyone. Hey, Jay Will. Hey, Dina. How y'all doing? Thank you for tuning in. So if you're just showing up, my very first batch of my books, my very new, brand spanking new book titled The Runner's Lie, it has shown up. It got here earlier. It's the tracking said it wasn't going to get here till September 23rd, but hallelujah. They came in a little earlier just in time for Saturday because I have an event Saturday. I thought I wasn't going to have them by then, but I do. So I'm really excited about that. And I just wanted to unbox with y'all, let y'all see. It is absolutely beautiful. Look at this cover. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. So I'm sharing with you all the 10 lies that I cover in this new release. And so the next lie is I just need a fresh start. I don't know about y'all. I don't know how many times you said that, but I've said it a lot. I just need a fresh start. If I just get a fresh start, everything's going to be all right. If I can just get a clean slate, you know, where I'm living, so much stuff that messed up here. If I can just get a fresh start, if I can just move to a different city, if I can just move to a different state, if I could just get a different job, like if I could just, hey, Nene, thank you so much for the heart. Look, sis. Look, I got my first batch of the Runner's Lie. They have come in. Yay! Good morning. They have come in. So I just need a fresh start is definitely a lie that we tell ourselves to keep running and to keep from being still and dealing with the hard stuff. The next lie that I cover in here is it's too good to be true. Thank you so much for the confetti. I'm so excited, y'all. So it's too good to be true is a lie that women tell themselves to keep from being still. I don't know about y'all, but I have told myself that so many times. It's too good to be true. It's too good to be true. And it's too good to be true is a lie that we tell ourselves that, hey, little Goya, how you doing? Thank you for the daily heart me. I appreciate you. It's too good to be true is a self-sabotaging lie. Let me just say that to you. It's a lie we tell ourselves to keep on running, so and to make us feel good about self-sabotaging. And I deal with that. I address that lie in this book. And then the last lie number 10 that I address in here is no one understands. No one understands. No one understands is a big, bold face lie that we tell ourselves to keep from dealing with life's challenges. If we can convince ourselves that don't nobody understand, if we can convince ourselves that is like it's just us, nobody gets it, then we can tell ourselves that we don't have to deal with it and we can keep running. Nene, all you got to do is go to my page and click the LINK in my bio. Thank you so much for being the title gift of the perfumes. I appreciate you. So all you have to do, if you go to angelcharmaine.com, Angel Charmaine, that's CHARMAINE, angelcharmaine.com, you can find it. Or if you're on FB, or if you are on TT, if you just go and click the LINK in my bio, then it will take you straight to my site, and you'll be able to get you one. All right. So those are the 10 lies that I address in my brand new book, The Runner's Lie. I'll deal with it later. There's something better. I don't have time for this. Ignore it and it'll go away. Almost is good enough. I'm okay. I don't need anyone. I just need a fresh start. It's too good to be true, and no one understands, are 10 of the biggest lies women tell themselves to keep from dealing with life's challenges. Now, if you have, like I said, if you have never, ever read any of my work, just let me say to you, I do not write novels. I write short, bite-sized pieces for a reason, because I'm an inspirational conversationalist. I write in order to spark conversation. I write for you to see yourself. My books are self-help books designed to give you a mirror instead of the answers. I don't have all the answers, but what I can allow you to do is see yourself. Oftentimes we can't see us. So my books, none of my books have character names. None of my books point to specific people, because when you read it, you're going to see you. You're going to be like, this is my stuff. I tell myself this lie. And it's going to kind of nudge you to deal with the lie. All right. So since y'all are here with me right now and we have it, I'm going to share. Let's see here. I'm going to share one of the lies. Okay. I'm going to read from it. So if you would like to hear one of the lies, this book has 10 different scenarios. They're short scenarios that show you the lie. And then I tell you what the truth is. And then I ask you 3 questions that will help lead you to dealing with that lie in your own life. Okay. Remember, I don't have the answers. I'm the mirror mentor. That's who I am. I am the mirror mentor. I simply hold the mirror up to you so that you can see yourself, so that you can see the truth of who you are, and then begin to do the work. Okay. So I'm going to share out of my brand new, and it debuted at #1. Yes, it did. The Runner's Lie, 10 lies women tell themselves to avoid life's challenges. Thank you, Tawanda. It's here. It's here. It debuted at #1 for Zahn's self-help short reads. So I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to share. I'm going to share one lie. Thank you so much. Isn't it? It's so pretty. It's so pretty. Okay. I'm going to share. I'll deal with it later. It's the first lie. Okay. I'll deal with it later. Let's take a look at it. I'll deal with it later. I stared at the unopened envelope sitting on my kitchen counter. The return address was from the courthouse. It was probably another notice about my overdue fines. I knew what it was about, just like I knew I should open it. But instead, I reached for my keys and walked out the door. I'll deal with it later, I told myself. That had become my mantra. When the rent was due, but I was short on cash, I'll deal with it later. When my head was pounding from a headache that wouldn't go away, I'll deal with it later. When my husband wanted to talk to me about the issues he had with me in our marriage, I'll deal with it later. When one of my children wanted to tell me a joke, mommy will listen later. Later was always the safest place. It was a buffer between me and my problems. A promise that I wasn't ignoring things and I was just postponing them, but later never really came. It wasn't that I didn't care. I just couldn't handle the weight of it all. Opening that letter meant facing consequences. Checking my bank account meant admitting I was struggling. Making that doctor's appointment meant acknowledging that something might be wrong. And sometimes I was so overwhelmed, I didn't have the bandwidth to show enthusiasm for middle school boy jokes. I told myself that avoiding these things was an act of self-preservation. I was keeping myself from stress, from panic, from pain, but life has a way of catching up with you. One day, I answered a phone call from the bank. Foreclosure. My later had arrived, and it wasn't a gentle tap on the shoulder. It was a punch to the gut. I sat on the floor, surrounded by unopened bills, unanswered emails, and ignored responsibilities. The very things I had run from were now crushing me all at once. I thought back to all the moments I had said, I'll deal with it later. If I had just faced one thing at a time, maybe I wouldn't be sitting in a pile of overdue notices and regrets. Let me tell the truth about later. Later is a lie we tell ourselves to avoid discomfort. It's not an escape, it's a delay. Problems don't disappear just because we refuse to look at them. They only grow bigger, messier, and harder to handle. I wish I could tell you that after that foreclosure, I changed overnight. The truth is, breaking the habit of running takes time. It starts with small choices like opening the envelope, making the call, checking the account. It's about facing the discomfort now instead of letting it control your future, because later is a lie. And the longer you believe it, the harder it is to recover. Now, here's the truth. Healing doesn't wait. The longer you delay, the heavier it becomes. Facing it now lightens your future. And then I give you some reflection so that you can face some things now. The first question that I ask is, what's something you've been putting off, telling yourself you'll deal with it later? The second question I ask is, what's the worst that could happen if you face it today? And what's the best thing that could happen if you face it today? And then the third question, write down and take one step, just one, toward dealing with that issue that you've been avoiding, that you identified in that first question. So that is the very first lie in the book. That is the truth about that lie, and just a little nudge to help you deal with it. There are 9 other lies that I deal with in this book that we address. So super duper excited. Remember, my books are designed to be conversation starters. My books are designed to be, like I said, self-help books that give you a mirror instead of the answers. They're not designed to tell you how to fix your life in 30 days. This is not, if you listen to this, you're going to be better in 21 days. That's not what this is. This is the first step in a 12-step program. Acknowledge that you got an issue. This is the acknowledge that I tell lies to myself. This right here is going to help you to see yourself, to address the issues, and prayerfully be a seed that helps you begin to stop telling yourself lies, right? So, hey, Latoya is here, sis. Yeah. So I'm super duper excited. If you really like The Runner's Lie, then I also invite you to check out the first two books in the series, Speak with She, One Woman, 10 Truths, as well as When I Met Him. They're all written in a very similar vein. Each one is bite-sized. Each one has 10 chapters with 10 different short pieces of prose. The difference about The Runner's Lie is that the questions that I ask you at the end, the first two books do not ask you those. They don't ask you questions. It's strictly reading. There are no questions posed at the end of Speak with She, One Woman, 10 Truths. There are no questions asked at the end of When I Met Him, but there are questions at the end of The Runner's Lie. I will say, this is God, I've Got Questions. This is a Bible study that I wrote. It goes along with, it's a Bible study workbook. It goes along with Speak with She, One Woman, 10 Truths. So if you ever decide that you want to read Speak with She, One Woman, 10 Truths, I highly recommend that you get its companion, God, I've Got Questions. It's gonna get you free of some things. I'm telling you, I guarantee you of this. We have had Bible studies where God, I've Got Questions is what we use. And when I tell you, women get free. So yeah, hold on a second. Let me see. Okay. I also ordered some more of, this is Sit With You for a Minute, Sis. This is 31 days of self-reflection. It's 31 days of self-reflection workbook for women on their journey to authenticity. This is a wonderful tool. I use this with my authenticity coaching when I'm coaching women. This is one of the tools that I use for them to do some self-reflection. So anyway, I ordered some more of these. So while I'm vending, I needed some more because I sold out of these. I sold out of God, I've Got Questions. And so I needed to order some more. So now I have Sit With You for a Minute, Sis. For those of you who didn't get an opportunity to grab that up, I have more now. The Runner's Lie. You can, like I said, if you go to the LINKMIBIO, you can click it. You can order it. If you have Prime, then it's going to give you free shipping. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. I'm not going to hold you. I just wanted to unbox with y'all. For those of you who've been rocking with me on this journey, you know how long I've been waiting for this. It took 5 years to get the next book in the series. The first book I released in 2018. The second book I released in 2020. The third book of the series I just released in 2025, because again, my books are books of release. I can't write them until I have dealt with the issue and until I have released that thing and I am no longer dealing with that issue. So it took me a while to stop being a runner, but I'm grateful to sit here. I bless the Lord and saying I'm no longer a runner. I know how to sit and allow the Lord to be God. I know how to sit and know that He is God. I have learned how to deal with the hard things of life. I have learned how to just show up and deal with it no matter what the consequences are. And so it's taken me a while. I'm 48 years old. Maybe it took me a little longer than most, but I have learned the lesson. And at 48 years old, I'm able to finally release The Runner's Lie, because I am no longer a runner. I am no longer running from the hard things of life. And so I was able to release this one because I don't deal with this no more. I do not deal with this anymore. And so I'm really grateful about that. And so if you are someone and who feel, if you're a woman and you think that you may be dealing with some of these lies, here, I'll share them again. The 10 lies that I address in this book are: I'll deal with it later. There's something better. These are all lies, y'all. I don't have time for this. Ignore it and it'll go away. Almost is good enough. I'm okay. Y'all didn't realize I'm okay is a lie. Just let me say that. Many of us say, I'm okay when everything is crumbling around us. And what we really need to say is, I'm not okay. I'm not okay. I'm tired. I'm exhausted, right? I don't feel good today. I'm okay is a lie. Thank you so much for the rose. I don't need anyone. That's another big lie. That's Miss IND, right? I don't need anybody. I got this, right? And that's usually just a defense. Typically, people who say, I don't need anyone has been in situations. Thank you for the Daily Heart Me. Many women who say, I don't need anyone are women who have been hurt by people that they trusted. When they did need someone, they reached out and they didn't get what they needed. And so I don't need anyone is really just a defense mechanism to protect your heart. That's all it is. It's to protect your heart, to protect your sanity, to protect your emotions. That's all that is. But it is a lie because we were not created to be islands unto ourselves. Just let me say that. I just need a fresh start can be a lie as well. Because guess what? It doesn't matter what new city you go to. It doesn't matter what new state you go to. It doesn't matter what new man you have. Baby, you take you to all them places. If you have not changed, if you have not done the work, then it doesn't matter where you go. You going to be with you right there. And so the issue you had in Georgia, you're going to have in Tennessee. The issue you had in Tennessee, you're going to have in Kentucky. The issue you had in Kentucky, you're going to have in Washington. And let me tell you, how do I know? Because I done did all that and I done been to all them places running. The man you met in Georgia, you're going to meet that same man with a different face and a different job and a different man in Tennessee. You're going to meet that same man in Kentucky. You're going to have a different face, a different job, a different situation. And when you get to Washington, you're going to meet that same man. Why? Because you're the same person, sis. So I just need a fresh start can be a lie straight from the pits of hell. You need to deal with you right where you are before you get to a new place. It's too good to be true. It's a self-sabotaging lie. It's too good to be true. Let me tell y'all how many things I have self-sabotaged because I thought this is way too good to be true. This man is too good to be true. This job is too good to be true. This too good to be true. Too good to be true is a lie that will cause you to wreck shop. The Lord will bless you. You will say it's too good to be true, and you will self-sabotage and you will lose it. I'm telling you, we deal with it in this little book. Just let me tell you, we deal with it. And no one understands is another lie that we tell ourselves. No one understands will lead you into depression. Just let me say that. No one understands is a lie that will keep you in isolation. No one understands is a lie that will wreck your relationships. No one understands is a lie that will push you deep, deep, deep into dark places. Why? Because no one understands keeps you out of fellowship. It keeps you out of relationship. Why? Because if she don't understand, I don't even want to talk to her because she don't understand what I'm going through. I don't want to talk to him about it because he don't understand. Right? Nobody understands. We'll even say, God, you're God. You could never understand this because I'm human. I'm a woman. God, you're a man. Jesus, you was a man. You're not a woman. You can't possibly understand. How could a father God understand me? Right? I'm telling you, no one understands is a lie straight from the pits of hell. And so I address that. And the way that I address it in this little book, I share a scenario. Just like I just read, I share a short scenario. It's not long and drawn out. It's a snippet, a snapshot of a woman who is living that lie. I show you the lie. I show you the repercussion or the consequence of the lie. And then I tell you what the truth is. And then I welcome you to do some self-reflection yourself, to address that lie in your own life if you're living it. Okay? So I appreciate y'all for listening to me today. I'm not going to be long-winded and stay on here forever and ever. I am going to invite you all. I set a goal for myself right now. Tomorrow actually begins the Runner's Lie book tour. It's called Breaking Free. It's the Breaking Free book tour. And I am going to be on some different podcasts. I'm going to be at some different signing events, some different vending events. I'm going to be speaking. I'll be in North Carolina in October, I believe. So I'm just really, really excited. Tomorrow night, I'll be in Aiken, South Carolina. I'm going to be reading some of my poetry from This Grown Woman Life. So if you've never read any of my work, listen, just go to my bio. That's it. Click on the LINK. All my work is there. And I set a goal for myself to reach at least 1,000 women by December 31st. That's 1,000 books sold by December 31st. And so I invite you all. It doesn't matter whether you get the Runner's Lie. If you go to my site and you see another book title that catches your fancy and you're like, hey, I want to try that, try it. If you want to get them all, you can. That's cool. But everyone, whether it's an ebook download, whether it's a paperback, it doesn't matter. Whether it's my audio book, one of my books, When I Met Him, is actually in audio form. So if you like to listen to books, it's going to sound just like me sitting here talking to you because I'm reading from that on that audio book. So if you would like to listen to one of my books, it doesn't matter what the version is. If you choose to purchase, it will go towards that 1K books by December 31st. So I'm asking that you will grab one. You can get an ebook as low as $2.99. Or these books, the book series, they are $9.99 for the paperback. The ebooks $2.99. This Grown Woman Life is $4.99. They're different prices, right? The workbooks and the journals, the workbooks, they are, I think, $14.95. That is the most expensive thing that I offer is the workbooks. These right here. These are $14.95. Just want to let you know. Okay. All right. So that's the most expensive. Nothing that I write is over $20. You're not paying more than $15, other than the shipping and handling costs, of course. But the books themselves are all $15 or less. And so I invite you to grab up something, grab up the Runner's Lie, share my work, share me with your friends and family. Hey, Dina. Hey, sis. Yeah. And then I'm done. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. The Runner's Lie. The Runner's Lie. The Runner's Lie is here. The Runner's Lie is here. The Runner's Lie is here. Bam. And I'm excited. I'm excited to start seeing some of you out and having conversations. We're going to have the Speak Up Sis experience. Just know I'm coming to a town near you. We're going to sit down with the Speak Up Sis experience and we're going to chop it up about these lies. We're going to deal with these lies in person. So I'm just looking forward to it. I'm just really excited. And with that, I'm out. Peace out. Bye.